Comprehensive analysis of hypnosis, understanding and overcoming induction techniques. 1.1 Defining hypnosis. Hypnosis is a psychological condition involving focused attention, reduced peripheral awareness, and an enhanced capacity to respond to suggestion. It is commonly induced by a procedure known as a hypnotic induction, which involves a series of preliminary instructions and suggestions. This research paper aims to dissect the nature of hypnosis, its induction methods, especially through signals and vibrations, and provide a detailed account of strategies to counteract and prevent unwanted hypnotic influence. 1.2 Objectives and significance. The primary objective is to delve deeply into the mechanisms of hypnosis, understand the various methods used for its induction, and elucidate comprehensive strategies for resisting and overcoming its effects. The significance of this study lies in its potential to empower individuals with knowledge and tools to maintain autonomy over their mental states and safeguard against involuntary hypnotic suggestion. 2.1 Psychological aspects of hypnosis. Hypnosis involves a complex interplay of psychological elements. This section explores the role of attention, suggestibility, and expectation in the hypnotic process. It examines how these factors vary among individuals and how they contribute to the depth and susceptibility to hypnosis. 2.2 Neurological underpinnings. Current research on brain activity during hypnosis indicates specific changes in brain waves and regions responsible for processing and controlling suggestion. This part of the paper reviews these studies, focusing on how different areas of the brain become more or less active during hypnosis. 3.1 Verbal and nonverbal communication. This section dissects the traditional methods of hypnotic induction, focusing on both the content and delivery of verbal suggestions, as well as the role of nonverbal cues. It explores how tone, pacing, and body language can influence the hypnotic process. 3.2 Use of signals and vibrations. 3.21 Auditory signals. An examination of how specific sounds, tones, and rhythmic patterns can be used to induce a hypnotic state. This includes an analysis of binaural beats, isochronic tones, and other auditory techniques. 3.2.2 Visual cues. Discussion on visual stimuli, such as the use of light patterns, colors, and motion in facilitating hypnosis. 3.23 Tactile vibrations. Exploration of how physical vibrations and sensory stimuli can be employed in hypnosis, including the historical and contemporary use of these methods. 4.1 Building psychological resilience. 4.1 Awareness and mental preparedness, emphasizing the importance of understanding the nature and signs of hypnosis for building mental defenses. This includes training in recognizing and resisting suggestive language and techniques. 4.1.2 Enhancing critical thinking. Strategies for strengthening critical thinking and analytical skills to deconstruct and resist hypnotic suggestions. 4.2 Physical techniques and countermeasures. 4.2.1 Controlled breathing and relaxation. Techniques for using controlled breathing and relaxation to maintain a state of calm awareness and prevent slipping into a hypnotic trance. 4.2 Sensory grounding. Guidance on using sensory experiences and grounding exercises to stay connected to the present moment and resist dissociative states, often associated with hypnosis. 4.3 Technological and environmental interventions. 4.3.1 Use of blocking devices. Information on technology that can disrupt or counteract auditory or visual cues used in hypnotic induction. 4.32 Creating safe environments. Recommendations for arranging personal and professional spaces to minimize exposure to unwanted hypnotic influences. 5.1 Cognitive and behavioral strategies. 5.1 Cognitive reframing. Techniques for altering one's perception of hypnotic suggestions to reduce their impact. 5.2 Behavioral conditioning. Discussing how conditioning and practice can build automatic mental and physical responses that counteract hypnotic induction. 5.2 Logical and analytical approaches. 5.2.1 Analytical deconstruction. Encouraging a detailed breakdown of the suggestions and techniques used in hypnosis to understand and counteract their intended effect. 5.2 Understanding personal triggers. Educating individuals on identifying their specific triggers and vulnerabilities related to hypnotic suggestion and developing personalized strategies to address them. 6.1 Summarizing key insights. The paper concludes by summarizing the mechanisms behind hypnosis, the methods of its induction, and the diverse strategies for resisting and counteracting its influence. It reiterates the importance of awareness, psychological resilience, and informed strategies in maintaining autonomy over one's mental state. 6.2 Empowering through knowledge, highlighting the empowering effect of understanding hypnosis and the means to resist it. The paper underscores the importance of education, training, and environmental control in safeguarding against unwanted hypnotic influence. 6.3 Avenues for future research. The conclusion suggests areas for further study, including advanced neuroimaging of hypnotic states, the development of more sophisticated countermeasures, and the long-term effects of regular exposure to hypnotic techniques. As our understanding of the brain and consciousness evolves, so too will our ability to interact with and control hypnotic states. Step 1. Understanding and awareness. 1.1 Educate yourself. Learn about hypnosis, subliminal messages, and how they can be embedded in media, logos, and music. Understanding the mechanisms and techniques used in these processes is the first step in guarding against them. 1.2 Awareness of tactics. Familiarize yourself with common tactics used in advertising, branding, and media that may employ hypnotic or subliminal techniques. Step 2. Critical thinking and analysis. 2.1 Develop critical thinking. Enhance your ability to think critically about the media you consume. Question the intent behind advertisements, messages, and imagery and people. 2.2 Analyze content. Regularly practice dissecting and analyzing content for potential subliminal messages or hypnotic techniques. Step 3 Technological aids and environmental control. 3.1 Use ad blockers. Employ ad blockers and privacy tools to reduce exposure to targeted advertising and potential subliminal messages online. 3.2 Screen time management. Limit exposure to television, social media, and other digital platforms where subliminal messaging might be more prevalent. Step 4 Personal strategies for resistance. 4.1 Mental conditioning. Train your mind to be alert to hypnosis and subliminal messaging. This can be done through mindfulness practices and setting a personal intention to remain conscious of subtle influences. 4.2 Grounding techniques. Learn and practice grounding techniques to maintain a sense of present moment awareness, making it harder for subliminal messages to affect you subconsciously. Step 5 Education and communication. 5.1 Inform others. Share your knowledge about hypnosis and subliminal programming with friends and family. A well-informed community is harder to manipulate en masse. 5.2 Promote media literacy. Advocate for media literacy in educational settings to teach the next generation how to critically analyze media. Step 6 Advocacy and legal action. 6.1 Support regulation. Support or initiate movements for stricter regulations on subliminal messaging in advertising and media. 6.2 Report misuse. If you identify clear misuse of hypnotic or subliminal techniques, report them to the appropriate authorities or platforms. Step 7 Continuous learning and adaptation. 7.1 Stay informed. Subliminal techniques and technology evolve, so it's important to stay informed about the latest methods and defenses. 7.2 Adapt and update strategies. As new information and tools become available, adapt your strategies accordingly to ensure you are protected against the latest techniques. By following this research and the step-by-step plan, individuals can significantly reduce their susceptibility to hypnosis, subliminal messages, and subconscious programming from various sources, including symbols, logos, music, TV, and digital data. It's about creating a personal and community culture of awareness, skepticism, and proactive defense against subtle psychological influences. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more free, interesting videos. Check researchforum.online for the research papers.